Hi everyone, it's Sandy Bacus here, otherwise known as Sandy B. Stitcher. And I found out just recently when I was trying to find my channel to let somebody else know how to get to my channel. YouTube has made it, I believe it's at Sandy Bacus 6914. So if you're new and you're trying to find that channel, again, that's where to find it. If that's wrong, leave me a message. If you happen to come upon it and then can't find it again, um, either check your history or at Sandy Bacus, and that's BAKOS 6914. Okay, it is Sunday, October the 26th, yeah, 26th, and it's early afternoon. I did go to church this morning, but did not go out to breakfast after with some friends. Decided to come home. I was feeling kind of tired because I did some stuff with my brother yesterday, and I'm not used to going out. Pardon the sheets up here. They came out of the wash and dryer behind me, and they came out of there and got plopped up there, and I haven't gotten them upstairs yet. I am, because of my ongoing health issues, I do get a little bit messy. um, I have quite a few things to show you. I have been stitching. I believe I've stitched just about every day since my last video, and that was on, I thought I wrote that down, October 9th, I think it was, or October 8th, somewhere in there. So it's been a few weeks, and I I think I feel like I accomplished some things. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on showing you these things, and then we'll go from there. Um, First, I do want to say that I hope everybody's doing well and that everybody's got their stitching bug, and that everything's going well in your neighborhood, wherever it is you are. Okay, first, I do have a finish. Unbelievable, right? I told you about how much I dislike backstitching, and I had completed the stitching on this one quite a while ago and had the backstitching to do. And this is, and I'll bring it up a little closer so you can see it a little bit better. This is Free Kittens. It's designed by Diane Arthurs, and it is distributed by Imaginating. And there is the chart. It's awesome because, I have 5 cats, so I love me some kittens. And this chart was gifted to me by a friend, and I've truly enjoyed stitching on it. And I made it a priority to try to backstitch on this, at least putting one length of thread into it, one strand. Tried to do it every day. I didn't always do that, but I did quite a few. Um, this is on 14 count material. I did write down some more information so I could give you more information on these. And I don't think I wrote, I don't know if I used the material that came with the kit or not, but oh no, it wasn't a kit. So it's I want to say it's maybe like oatmeal. Oh, wait, this is the wrong one. This is Free Kittens. This, see here, I've started off right at the bat and I'm screwed up. All right, let me take all that back. It is Free Kittens, but this is not the one that I finished. This is one that all the stitching is done on it except for the back stitching. And this is in my plans. So I'm going to show it to you. I'll show you the chart again. It's not totally complete. The stitching is done. And as I said, I think this material is like an oatmeal. It is 14 count. I almost always stitch on 14 count. It's the easiest one for me to stitch on. And so this one is going to be a priority, just like I did the other one as a priority this last time. This will be my priority to get the back stitching done on this so that I can show you this as a completed chart the next time. And I'm going to have to lean forward and back in order to show you these because I can't hold my arms up too well. I hope you can see that. As you can see, here I come. I need to back stitch up here in her face, and I have done quite a bit of the back stitching. This side over here, the back stitching is done on the wing and everything, but I have the other wing to do, and I have done back stitching down here where this cat is. And let's see, did I do yes, I've done here, but I think I have quite a bit of the back stitching on this side to do yet. So hopefully the next video, this one will be totally completed and I will have another finish. This is going to be my goal these next few months is to try to finish off some of these charts that I have started and let languish for too long, and to get my whip count down so that I can prioritize certain projects. All right, I'm going to put these back in their envelopes as I go so I will know what I'm doing here. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? Okay, I was going to find the one that I finished the back stitching on. Since I'm talking about back stitching, I might as well get this part complete because all the rest are whips. This is Design Works Home Sweet Home. The stitching on this has been done for a long, long time. And this is 14 count again. And here is the finished. And I kind of picked and chose some of the back stitching. So every single back stitch isn't in here, but there's enough back stitch in here that you can see it. So there it is, Home Sweet Home. This is going to be, I'm either going to make this into a pillow or put some batting behind it with some fabric. I'm going to give this to my sister-in-law to give to her granddaughter. She had seen the picture one time when I had posted it, when I was working on this, and said that she loved it. And I think she's around 10, 9, I can't remember. And so when Cheryl told me that Lily loved this, I thought, you know what, I should give this to her. So I'm going to do that. And I have a bad habit of not fully finishing things, so I'm going to try to make sure that that happens. All right. That up there. Okay, now the rest of these are whips. And I'm going to pull out the ones that I was working on the last time and showed you where I was at that time. This is Glory of Autumn. This, of course, is a dimensions kit. And somewhere in here I should have a little card, but maybe not. Some of the little cards that I did got lost. But it is, of course, 14 count. And I did, where's my notebook? I did 267 stitches on this since the last video. Get my threads down here out of the way. And here is where this one is at now. It is so colorful. It is very seasonal for the time of year right now. And when I went to church this morning, I was noticing all the reddish colored trees, because those are my favorites, the golds and the reds. So there's Glory of Autumn. And this one I will put away for a little while. And once I have worked on most of my whips that I've got quite a bit done on, and see which I want to really focus on to finish, then I'll know which ones I'm going to bring back out. Alright, we'll get that one there. And then the other one that I was working on last time, I believe, was Pandemic. And I don't have a printed picture of Pandemic. I think most everybody, well, itchy nose, I think everybody knows Pandemic, long dog samplers. I am doing this on 14 count. I did not write down the name of this material, unfortunately, but I think it was Wild Berry something. And of course, Pandemic is huge. And I'm going to move my needle minder off my stitching here, I think. And try to hold this up. This, I might have to show this in two parts because my arms don't work. Oh, there, I can get it up like that. Okay, that's Pandemic. I'll try to bring it in a little closer, but it really hurts my arms. Isn't it beautiful? I love the purple in it. It is DMC 208 and then stitched on this like lavender material. And I did a lot on this. I worked mostly over in this area, and 471 stitches. So I will attempt to finish this in my lifetime, but unfortunately I just keep getting older. Of course, there is an alternative, and getting older isn't so bad when you think about the alternative. So I will just keep working away on that. What I've been doing is stitching on a larger project like Pandemic, and then trying to work on one of these other smaller ones on the same day, and see how many stitches I can get in. And so unless I get to where I'm really focusing on a finish on something, I will probably keep doing that as best I can. Okay, the next one that I have to show you is another Dimensions. I had purchased a whole bunch of these Dimension kits some time ago. I just always really liked them. Um, the only problem is that when you're stitching on these kits, they have so many, they have half stitches, they have full stitches, they have 2 strands, 3 strands, 4 strands. It just depends on the kit. And so it takes a little bit longer to do these. And but this is Frederick the Literate. And again, it's Dimensions kit. Excuse me, I burped. And I did 702 stitches on Frederick. I was really trying to get someplace on this. And this is going to have a lot of back stitching. Back in the beginning, I did some of the back stitching as I went. And then I stopped and just started concentrating on getting the stitches in. And so that's currently what I'm doing, is just concentrating on getting stitches in. And then I will have this as one of the ones that I go back and back stitch. All right, and there's where I am. And I was working down there where that owl is, and up both sides. And I really, really like this. This kit came with black material, and I went to my local craft store uptown and I bought this piece of brown material because I thought it would be easier for me to stitch on. Okay, let me put this one away. I'm trying to become a little more organized. If you have been watching me from way back in the beginning, I was very, very organized. When I worked in accounting and then in purchasing for many years. And so, accounting, you have to be organized. You have to be detail oriented. And I really was until the autoimmune, the broken shoulders, taking care of Bob and having my body break down from trying to keep a 255-pound man from falling and falling with him and all kinds of things and having to get him up off the floor when he fell. Um, and it was rough and it took a toll. And that's why I have a lot of the health issues that I have now. Okay, the next one, I originally started this for Bob. Bob has always been into classic cars, and we owned quite a few through the years. And unfortunately, um, we had to get rid of all of them. And of course, now with him being in the nursing home for so long, um, it's a part of our past. And but this is called Route 66. I have the plastic on this. I think I can hold it so that you'll be able to see it without a glare. This is from the Vickery collection by Mike Vickery. And I have this chart, and I also have a general store, which general store, I have the envelope right over here. And I'm probably be stitching on this one soon. So I'll pull this out so that you can see what general store looks like. So this is general store. And I won't show you the stitching on this right now, but I did want to just show these side by side. And you'll see that they're similar in color and so forth. And I've really enjoyed these. And there's a lot of back stitching. And I have tried to do back stitching as I've gone on this, on some of it, not all of it. There's a lot of back stitching on this motorcycle over here, and I'm not even sure that I'm going to do all of it. I'm going to see how it looks. But I did do all the back stitching on the psychedelic van up there. And this is done on 14 count. Looks like I used well, I had two things written. I had white and I had buttermilk written here. But I'm not sure which I used, but this doesn't, if this is white, it's an off-white. It could be the buttermilk. Let me pull some threads down and show you where I am. And there we go. So this time, and I did 937 stitches on this because I really wanted to get some huge progress on this. And I was working over in this area here, and there was a little bit in here that needed to be done, and I did the back stitching on the 6 in here. And yeah, that's, so like I said, I'm not sure how much of that back stitching I'm going to do on that motorcycle over there, but this is coming along, and I would like to, some of these I've been working on, well, all of them, I've been working on them for years, and I would like to see some of these finished so I don't have so many whips. At this point, I'm not really sure how many whips I have, but I'm thinking it's in the vicinity of 30. Could be a little more than that. All right, I have one more whip to show you, and then let's see how far we're at, almost 23 minutes. I'm going to pull out from my, I have a basket down here with all my whips. Well, not all of my whips, but a lot of my whips. I have more upstairs. And I'll show you where I'm at on a few of those projects, and then maybe I'll have time to work on some of those. All right, my next one is a Hade. And this is Mini Mount Cabin Home. This is beautiful. And this is, as I said, it's Heaven and Earth Designs. It is artwork by Dominic Davidson, and chart design is by Michelle Sayetta. There it is again. This is on 14 count. And pull these. What I'm trying to do as I work on this now is to get these threads put in, and trying not to leave too many hanging anymore because they get tangled up so bad. All right, there's where we are with that, and I will bring in sections of that a little bit closer in a minute. I just wanted to let you see the whole thing. The one side is finished all the way down to the bottom, and we'll bring in this side over here closer. I love the quilt, or not the quilt, but the Afghan on the rocking chair there. And then over on this side, we have that beautiful sky and those beautiful mountains. And someday, I got hooked on starting these big ones. And I have several more Hades. And I don't know, I guess I thought I was going to live forever. But as we know, that doesn't happen. All right, now, oh, and on Mini Mount Cabin Home, I got 133 stitches in that. That one is very difficult to stitch on because that is a thicker material. Some 14 counts tend to be a little thicker than others, and that one is quite thick. The same thing with that material that I'm doing Route 66 on. It is a thicker material. And then, like the Pandemic, that one stitches up very easily. Number one, because it is just one color. And number two, because that is a lighter weight 14 count. And the needle just kind of glides in and out. All right, now I'm going to just reach in here and randomly pull something out and see what we come up with. Okay, this one is one that I haven't been able to locate the floss for. I don't know what I did with it, so I'm going to keep hunting. It's got to be up in my craft room somewhere. This I won. This kit, it came with, in somebody's giveaway, it came with the cardboard backing. It came with this frame, and this is the actual chart for Christmas. And I would really like to find this floss, but my craft room is a mess. It had a lot of stuff in it, and then my granddaughter put a lot of stuff in there, and it's also like a storage room, and stuff just got buried. So I've been going in there once in a while, little by little, and trying to look through some things, and hopefully I'll find the threads for this. And the only thing I can think is it's in a container that's not marked, or that it possibly got shoved into another envelope, and maybe as I'm going through these I'll find it. This is called Country Christmas. It's a Design Works kit, and on 14 count, and it's kind of wrinkled up here, but I'm going to try to, and there's some threads hanging here. And there's where I'm at on that. So there's quite a bit of it is done, and I just need to keep going, but I have to find that thread first. So wish me luck, because I would like to work on this during the Christmas season. Okay, my envelope fell down here. So I'm going to leave that one out to remind me to hunt for that floss. Okay, here we go. I'm going to reach in here and I'm going to pull something else out, see what I come up with. Okay, at the end of next month, my husband and I will have been married for 47 years. Yeah, 47 years. We were married in the end of November 1978, and my son Mike was born in December of 1979, and his birthday is next December 16th, and he will be 45. And Of course, Christy, my daughter, was from a previous marriage. She was 51 in August. And the reason I said all that was because this chart I bought for Bob's and I 40th wedding anniversary. And it is yet to be finished. This is, glare. Try to get that so you don't have so much glare. This is Barbara Anna Designs, Love Never Fails. And I have always loved this verse. Love is patient, love is kind. It always protects, always trusts, always perseveres. Love never fails. And Bob and I have been through a lot in these years. And for the last few years, he's been in the nursing home now for almost 3 years. And prior to that, I was trying to take care of him here. Parkinson's has stolen his ability to talk and pretty much move around. And I really would like to get this finished. So the problem is I don't like stitching on this one. I love the picture. I love the saying, but I don't like to stitch on it. Don't ask me why. I don't have an answer for that. I just don't like to stitch on it. It may be the material. I don't know. I don't know if I have written down here. Okay, it's heroic. Is the fabric. 14 count. And here's where I am. So as you can see, I've got a lot to do on this yet. And I do have the year that we married, 1978, in there. And so I definitely need to get this one out and put some time into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here in my really think about working on file, or not file, but pile. And that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of doing this today, because a lot of these, I've not pulled them out and looked at them in a long time. And I thought this might be fun to show you some of the stuff that you haven't seen, especially if you're fairly new to my channel. And to remind me of what I have in here and that I really need to get working on these. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna dig out something else and see what pops up. Okay, this is something, I didn't choose this. My aunt had a foster daughter, and her name is Holly. And Holly asked me to do this picture of her dog. Someone else had the picture made into a chart, and they started it, but they just put a few stitches in it and then never did anything with it. So she knew I was stitching, and she asked me would I complete it. And I told her I would work on it, but I have a lot of projects. And so I don't have a picture of it. I just have the chart, so I'll just show you that. And show you where I am, which isn't very far. And I always have to look at this and say, okay, now, which is the top? And okay, this is the top, because this is the ear over here. And, oh, my thing just froze for a minute. This is the ear over here. And so I really need to work on that too. If I don't get it completed, maybe someone else will be able to complete it for her if it comes my time to leave this earth. Okay, since we are at 35 minutes, I think I'm going to pull out one more and show it to you and see what we get. Oh, teacups. This is really pretty. This is another kit. And I believe that this is one somebody got for me, one of my kids or something for Christmas time. It's 14 count. I changed the material that came with the kit, and it's from Dimensions Gold. It's called Stacked Teacups. And this was a stitched background all in here. So what I did was I got blue material. Actually, I think this is the same material that I'm doing Pandemic on, because I had a lot of that left over. And so I decided to do this on this blue material, and that I would not then stitch that background. Hope you can see that. Okay, oh, upside down. It helps. Those cups are right side up. Yep, they're right side up now. Okay, there you go. Got a lot of hanging threads. Sorry about that. Okay, and this is, it's quite a ways done. Um, I could, if I wanted to get this finished, I could leave that bird off the top. And because I only started a couple of stitches up there, and I could leave the bird off the top. I could leave off this greenery here. I haven't stitched any of that. And I could just finish out the cups and put this greenery down here. And then I would have a finish. So those are things that I am looking at now as I'm taking a hard look at some of these projects, because of the fact that not getting any younger, and so many projects. Okay, so that is the last one that I am going to show you today. I want to say that I hope to be back within, let's say before Thanksgiving, maybe right before Thanksgiving. Um, we'll see what happens, how much I can get stitched. I would like to come back and have stuff to show you. And I hope that everybody, if I don't get back by Thanksgiving, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. Um, and I will do my best to have something to show you. And I am hoping that I can go upstairs and dig out my box that has my finished items in that are not fully finished, and start pulling out a couple of things and fully finishing them. Um, I have a couple of Christmas decorations ornaments that I had stitched over the last few years that probably wouldn't take much to finish them off. But it's just with this autoimmune that I have, fatigue is a huge issue, and consequently, with fatigue, you lack motivation, and it is difficult to get things done. But I am pushing myself more and more. I have found that if I push myself to go outside and take a walk, that it helps. It does rejuvenate me a little bit. And was having quite a bit of trouble with my stomach not feeling well, and I realized I wasn't eating like I should. I was only eating like half of my meals. And then I would just grab like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because I just didn't feel like cooking anything. And I am trying to make a concentrated effort to eat better. Yesterday, I went to my brother's house. He is a widower. His wife passed away from lung cancer about 5 years ago. Um, and he's my middle brother. We're only 14 months apart. And I love him dearly. And he had cancer, and he has recovered from the cancer, but he also has back issues like I do. And he gets really tired and everything and has a lot of pain just like I do. So we commiserate with each other. I went over to his house yesterday and we went to Lowe's and he helped me pick out a heater to put in my house. I have electric baseboard heat, and currently I have been turning baseboard heaters on and off in two rooms, and family room and dining room, to try to keep the house halfway warm. It hasn't been too bad here yet. I'm in northern Ohio, fairly close to Lake Erie. Um, and the temperature this week, lower to mid 50s. Yesterday was a beautiful day. The sun was shining. And then him and I went to a Mark's store that's near him. And I hadn't been in a Mark's store in years. And we both picked up groceries, his for himself, and me picked up some things for myself. And I saw some things there that I either hadn't seen at the grocery store that I go to, the only one we have here that's close by, or when my daughter goes for me, I don't know to ask for some of these things. So I picked up a couple of things, and but I was paying for it today. I was so tired, and last night I was in so much pain. And so I took a Tylenol this morning when I got up, and I made it to church. But when I came home, I was hurting really, really bad. So I broke down and I took a tramadol. I try not to take those unless I absolutely have to. And after I finish this video, I've got dishes to wash and some towels to put into the washing machine. And I need to take my walking stick and go out back and take a short walk. Usually only go out there for 5 or 6 minutes and walk. But it's enough to help keep me going. I can't just sit all day. I'd love to just sit and stitch, but you can't do that. If you sit all the time, that's what you're going to find yourself continually doing, because your body is going to break down. So I got to keep trying to move at least some. I do live in a 4-level split. Those are the stairs going up into my kitchen, dining room, half bath, living room. So I am up and down steps a lot because the half bath is up there. So um, but my washer and dryer is directly behind me here, and so I don't have to go down to the basement level in order to do laundry. So at least that's one good thing. We call that kitty litter land down the stairs, and that's just on the other side of the room over here. Um, but I do want to wish everybody well. I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to wrap this up. But I want to send out all my love to everybody and my hugs to everybody. And I also would request that like the video, subscribe if you are so inclined. And also, I'm hearing about something called hypes. I haven't quite figured out what that is yet, but something about three little dots below the video, and that if you click on that, that there's something there called or hype or something that it'll help the likes, the subscriptions, and the hypes help my video to get into the mainstream so that other people will see it when they pull up YouTube. I have found a couple of new YouTubers that way when I open it up. I used to just go right to my subscriptions and go down the list and look to see who had done a new one. But I thought some of them have stopped doing videos. So I thought, well, I need to find some new ones. So when I pull up YouTube, there'll be, suggested ones. And maybe if we get some likes and subscriptions and some hypes, then mine will show up there as suggestions to other people and I'll get some new viewers, which would be wonderful. So, everybody, take care of yourselves. We have colder weather coming. Stay warm if you live in an area that gets cold, like here in northern Ohio. Um, I did check the weather forecast, and it looks like November, unless something changes, is going to be mostly mid 50s, which is great because I like 50s. So, as I said, take care. Love to you all, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving if I don't come back before then. Bye.